Hey, Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachel Kuhn, and today is our fun Fold Friday. I'm using the amazing brand new Adventurous Sky Bundle from Stampin Up, which you can get from my online store by visiting it here. Be sure to use my Hostess Code for the month to get some extra happy mail from me. Also, be sure to comment. I love hearing from you guys after you watch this video. Tell me what you think, and one lucky person will win the card that I'm making in the video today. And let me show you a little bit more about this bundle slash suite that we have from our annual catalog that just came out this week. The suite's called Take It to the Sky, which has the amazing stamp set, dies, embellishment, and the Take It to the Sky designer series paper. It is a great masculine set, or anyone who loves airplanes. So this is one of my favorites by far in this new catalog. Let me show you some quick samples of that, but first let me apologize. My throat might give out on us and I might start coughing, so I apologize now if you hear that. Just know I'm human and I'm just recovering from a recent cold, so I apologize in advance for that. Let me show you the first card. It's a quick and easy card. This one features mostly that designer series paper. It's super simple with a little bit of stamping here, but for the most part, this paper is the star of this card, which I love. It did all the hard work for me. If you like something a little bit more harder and advanced, I do have this fun fold here, which we have those dies here with our airplane and some more of that designer series paper. But this time we're going to open it in two different ways to reveal our really fun message in the inside. You're the best, plain and simple. So this one is great fun fold. I have a similar one to this on my YouTube channel, so if you want to learn how to make this fun fold, search that one as well. The next one is our one we'll be making in our video today, which is super fun. It has this cute little airplane here. We have some clouds, that designer series paper, and it is a slider card. So when I say slide, it means that this plane is going to fly when I pull right here. It says flying by to say hi with our cute little stamped airplane there as well. What we're going to do is kind of create a pocket here. Let me show you how, and then you guys can make this card at your home as well. All right, let's grab our pieces. Be sure to visit my blog. That's where you'll get all of my measurements. I'll try not to say too many of them because sometimes it gets confusing, but you will need some. Misty Moonlight is my card base, and I've scored it at 2 spots. So I have it a 5.5 by 11 scored at the 4 1/4, and then at 4 and then 8 1/4. See, I told you I'd mess it up. And the first thing we need to do with this piece here is take our heartfelt hexagon punch, and we need to mark it at the halfway point. So let me bring it down here. You guys won't see it, so just the magic of TV. Know that I am measuring it down here below at the 2 1/8 with my pencil. See my mark right there, and I'll use that now as my guide for our little notch maker here. So here's my center of the notch. I'm going to move straight up from that line and go right about there and do a quick punch out. Love how easy that is. Grab that designer series paper, which is amazing. Take to the sky. These are the fun clouds. Make sure you look at it to see which way is upside and downside. You can see that the clouds looking like they're filling up with stuff is the wrong way. So clouds are on top. Grab your liquid glue. We're going to attach this, but only using glue on the outside mostly because we're going to do a nice little cut here in just a second. So keep it between those two lines and on the outer sides of this paper. Go ahead and flip it over and make sure our clouds are floating the right way and attach to our card base between those score lines. Make sure we have space on all sides. Looks a little uneven, so I'm going to lift up and do it again. That's the beauty of this liquid glue, is that it's very forgiving, and if I don't place it down right the first time, I have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, hopefully that looks pretty good. We're going to do a quick flip and get us back to this side and just punch out where that DSP is. It's okay if you cut a little bit more of the card base because it'll also cut the paper as well. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now we need to grab our paper trimmer to create the really fun and easy sliding mechanism. The fun part about this is that there's no measurement. You just get to kind of eyeball it. So we're going to turn our card going so that is now perpendicular. We're making a T with it into our paper trimmer. We know that was my halfway point, so I'm gonna go below the halfway point and about an inch in. So here's my 1 inch guess for myself. And then I don't want it to be too close to the edge. I'm gonna go about 1 inch from the edge from this card. Then I'm gonna just start my cut. Make sure I'm pressing down really nice and firm because I'm cutting through 2 pieces of paper, and go to about an inch. Here's my inch line here, or you can use my guide here as well. And lift up. Make sure you cut all the way through both. Do a quick check there. It looks good. All right. Now we can go ahead and do some stamping, and then we'll add the next steps. So I have a piece of basic white. That's the 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to grab my Misty Moonlight ink for this one. I'll open that up. And we're going to just do 2 stamped images for this one. I want my flying by to say hi. Super cute. Ink it up. Double check. Looks good. And we want to go top right center. And to, not center of the basic white, but center of this 2 inch space. I'm guessing my slit was about 3 inches, and so that gives me about 3 inches of pulling space here. Let's ink up our cute little airplane. Looks good, and I'm just going on this very corner there, just the bottom. Cute, cute. Okay. Then if you wanted to, you could also stamp out some clouds. I'm finding one of mine already that I've stamped and then die cut, but we might end up using just some basic white clouds because I'm missing my smaller cloud. But that's okay. We will use what we have. All right. Now we're going to put these 2 tabs. I've created these tabs. The video I watched only used 1, but I thought the stability of 2 made it a little bit nicer. So what we're going to do, this is a 2 inches by 3/4 scored at 1 inch. So just basically a piece of basic white that we are going to stick into here. And we're going to make like a T shape. So we put it through our little slit that we created using that score right there. There we go. Then I'm going to put this one right on the other side of it. So it also has a square. Make sure that's all the way down though on that cut line here. Okay, that's looking good. Make sure it's straight. There we go. Nice. Okay, if you want, you could use liquid glue here or some tear tape or even Stampin' Still Plus. I want to make sure this sticks on really good and that I don't have to wait for it to dry. So I'm going to stick this on here, my Stampin' Still Plus. And then I am using my Misty Moonlight Stylish Shape Circle. Make sure that you cover the whole tab with that. We don't want to see the tab showing through. This is kind of what hides the magic that we're creating here. Okay, so that's that one side. Now we need to go over to the flip side and see the back here of how this magic is going to work. Go ahead and play with it a little bit. We make sure that our stamped images are going to coming out on this tab side here. So what I'll end up doing is placing it down so that way this is flush on that edge here. So they have something to grab. I'm also going to use either tear tape. That's what I used on the last one. Actually, I first used glue, liquid glue, and it did not stick strong enough. So I ended up having to glue it again the second time. So just make sure the first time you place this, make sure you do it right. So I'm going to come over here to where that notch is. Make sure my words are on that side. And I'm going to line it up so they're not going past it. Make sure I'm having my tops and bottoms are looking good for my spacing. And then I'm going to carefully lay it flat. Okay. So let's do a practice run. We're not going to glue this part down yet, but we'll just do a quick practice to make sure that circle is moving. Grabbing my bone folder real quick to help with these scores. Okay, flip it over and give it a test run before we attach our airplane. And there we go, it does move. That's a good sign. Nice. Okay, now we can go ahead and close this up. It's up to you if you want this side to be on top or bottom. I like actually this side to be, because I feel like this keeps it a little bit more secure. So just put a little bit of either liquid glue or Stampin' Still Plus on your edge here and close it. There we go. Now we need to build our airplane. Easier said than done, right? Now this one is pretty easy. My tip to you is to use a little bit of liquid glue. I could have totally used my sticker sheets. Those are amazing. But we did not do that today. That would have been easier for sure. So I'm just trying to do little dots here on this tire. Little dots like that around it. And then we're not going to put any adhesive on the wing part. We're going to do it right here by the front and on the tail. But these wings kind of don't even go on that smoky slate there. By the way, this is Poppy Parade. It's a little bit of a brighter red, which I just love the idea of a bright red airplane. Okay. Line that up nicely. Liquid glue is the best because we can wiggle it and get it to where it needs to be. So fun. Then we just need to add our cute little propeller. Put a little, either use a glue dot or some liquid glue right there. And attach it. I like to have it at a slant so it looks like it's moving. And then we're going to flip this over and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this plane. The very back, only the back. So on our tail there and a little bit of the body here. Okay. Remove the backing. And we're going to flip it and attach it to it while our circle is at the far spot here. And then we're going to make sure that our airplane is not going off here and that is covering up that fun little slit we made. Oh my goodness, that is looking so cute. Okay, now we add our clouds. Like I said, my cloud that I made, I have a little cloud that's missing from my set here. So we're just going to use just basic white, and that's totally okay, instead of having some stamp clouds. But the fun part about this one is that it does need a dimensional on the back. Take your dimensionals, either cut one in half because these are kind of small, or use an edge piece. So that way we don't see the dimensional coming through. Perfect. This one's large enough that you can put one whole one on there. Okay. Grab your cloud, have one going high, and have one going low. Awesome. Make sure we're not putting the clouds too low that they're going to get hit by the plane. Okay, hold on to the inside of your card and pull it out. There we go. Love it. Oh my goodness, that is such a fun card. I hope you guys have loved learning how to make this with the new Adventurous Sky stamp set and bundle from my online store. Be sure to comment. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and be sure to subscribe so you can see my weekly videos. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.